In 2025, London still rains as much as it used to, and rain always seems to bring back memories. Years after their divorce, Adele and Simon Konecki begin to appear together again. Not in front of the cameras, but on quiet street corners where the press is unlikely to find them. It all started one night in early spring, when Adele quietly left a rehearsal. She spotted Simon standing in the back exit, holding the gray umbrella they used during their marriage. "I thought you might need this," he said, and she laughed. From there, the clandestine rendezvous began. They chose unlikely places: a small suburban bakery, a Sunday flea market, a deserted pier on the Thames. Sometimes Simon would bring old photos of his son Angelo, and the three of them would sit and laugh together as if they had never been apart. Rumors spread in the entertainment industry: are the two secretly reuniting? Adele kept quiet, Simon only smiled when asked. But someone confirmed that they saw them in a small bar in Soho, Adele singing a new ballad, and Simon sitting silently listening, his hand still on his unfinished glass of wine. One February evening, they were caught walking on Southwark Bridge, no paparazzi, no flashbulbs. Just the wind, the sound of the river, and a very light handshake. No one knew if it was the beginning of a new chapter, or just a night of reminiscing about the past. After months of quiet dating in London, in May 2025, Adele decided to escape all the busy schedules. She booked a ticket to Paris, the city she and Simon had promised to return to, but never had the chance. Unbeknownst to anyone, Simon was also on the Eurostar night train that day. They did not sit in the same seat, but their eyes found each other as soon as the train left St. Pancras station. Paris was cold but romantic in winter. Instead of staying in a luxury hotel, they rented a small apartment on the banks of the Seine, with a balcony overlooking the Eiffel Tower. During the day, they wore woolen hats and scarves, mingling with the crowd on Rue Claire, enjoying hot croissants and fragrant coffee. At night, they strolled along the river, the yellow lights reflecting on the water, and sometimes Adele softly sang an old song, a song just for Simon. One evening, while sitting at Le Consulate Café in Montmartre, a tourist recognized Adele and quickly snapped a photo. The photo immediately went viral on social media. Rumors of Adele reuniting with her ex-husband exploded across the entertainment pages. When asked, both of them only answered vaguely. "We are just two friends who know too much about each other." But people in Paris that winter still swear that they saw Adele and Simon holding hands as they crossed the Pont Neuf, their eyes no different from two lovers for the first time. After a romantic trip to Paris in mid-2025, Adele and Simon thought things would calm down. But no, rumors of a reunion spread faster than a new hit song. In August 2025, the Grammy Awards took place in Los Angeles. Adele was nominated for Album of the Year, and no one expected that in the guest row, right next to her mother, was Simon Konecki. He wore a black suit and a neat tie, but his eyes could not hide the warmth as he looked towards the stage. When Adele won the award, she stepped up to receive the golden statue. Her speech started out like every year, thanking the team, family, fans, but then she suddenly stopped, turned to look at Simon and said, "Thank you for always believing that I sing better when I'm happy." The whole audience exploded. The camera panned to capture Simon smiling, standing up to applaud, and as Adele walked down, he held her hand tightly. In those few seconds, Twitter and Instagram exploded with the hashtags #Adele and Simon, #BackTogether, and #LoveWins. The next morning's newspapers published photos of them leaving backstage together, unfazed by paparazzi flashes. No one knew if they would go public with their relationship or choose to remain silent as before. But clearly, that handshake was enough to let Hollywood know a new chapter was being written. After the shocking Grammy night, everyone waited for an official confirmation. But Adele and Simon remained silent. Neither announced a reunion nor denied it. In the months that followed, Adele returned to touring, while Simon continued his charity work. On the surface, they were old friends again, as they told the press. But those who paid close attention noticed the little signs. A text message sent right after Adele finished a show, a scarf identical to the one Simon had worn, or a new song with lyrics reminiscent of their trip to Paris. Occasionally, they would meet in unlikely places. A cheap Italian restaurant in the suburbs, a hidden corner table in a small bar in Notting Hill, or simply sitting in the car listening to music, saying nothing. There were no photos, no flashes, just silence and something that remained intact between them. They understand that there are relationships that don't need to be labeled, nor made public. Just knowing that somewhere, on rainy nights, a text message, "Are you okay?" is still sent, and the answer, "Fine," is enough. Their story doesn't end, it just takes on a different form, quiet, persistent, and secret, like a song that has never been released.